Oh, oh dear, what a mess. Yep, Carby is apart again. Must got a bit of crap go through the filter because she was a little bit blocked up and the primary squirters weren't working. Well, that's my theory. I haven't found much yet. Anyway, we'll give her it all a clean. See if we can find some stuff. Probably not. I found some micro specks in the bottom of the bowl on that side, which is the front of the motor. And so far I've just taken the back bowl off and there's not a speck of dust or anything in there. Dunno. Let's get stuck back into it. I'm not going to film this. It's too bloody hard. Dunno, mate. Well, this escalated somewhat. So I've cleaned out the bowls and the metering blocks and all the rest of it, and I was putting everything back together. So now the Carby is facing the wrong way. That's the back towards the firewall. There's the front. And I was putting it all back together, and this lower bottom bolt down there didn't feel right. It wasn't tightening up very well. I was like, okay, well, I'll work out what size it is, and I'll see if I can clean the thread up a little bit. So I found the size and wound the little tap in just to see if there was any gunk in the thread, and what came out? A bloody helicoil. So from factory, this Carby's had a helicoil stuffed into it. Huh. Yeah, right. I've owned this Carby since brand new. I bought it brand new. Holley 750 double pumper. So then I just had to run back to a parts store and buy a whole packet of all different sizes helicoils to replace just that one that is mushed out. The threads are fine. There's no damage to the thread here. Just that helicoil. The silly thing is, it didn't come with a helicoil insert tool. So, I'm going to have to work out how to get that in. Fun and games. Gotta love it. And the mess I'm making. And my shed reeks of fuel. Which is why I've got this old tray. Anyway, I'm going to get that little bugger in there. And continue to put this thing back together. But it is starting to get late. It's about 5 o'clock now. I've been tinkering around on this for about, I don't know, 3 hours. All fun in the sun, or fun in the shed, whatever you want to call it. Ta-da, mate. Time to get back to work. Tinkering. A battery drill. Some spruce. 6.5 by 6.5. Yeah. Yep. We're going to make a dowel. Spinning pretty true. Filming left-handed. Look at that. Alright. That's enough messing around with that. Filming left-handed. That's always fun. Dusty. We made a thing. Alright. Let's keep doing stuff. Alright. Test fit. That was my first attempt. That's way too skinny. That's maybe 3 or 4 mil. 4 mil. It's more like 6. Oh yeah. Yep. That's about 14 mil, which is what I measured with the vernier calipers. Alright, so now we go to our tiny vise, which I've got a big one under the bench somewhere that I've never used. Actually comes from World War II. I'm going to shove him in there, get the razor saw, make a slot in it, and hopefully it'll go in that helicoil and over that centre bit so we can thread it in. We'll see. Let's do stuff. Ta-da, mate. Yeah. Well, I just recorded a blooper as such. Not really a blooper, just very bad camera work. So I probably won't use that. But anyway. So, shave this down, as I showed you. And cut a little slot with the razor saw for my modelling stuff. Then just use the standard hacksaw blade to widen it out to fit the end of the helicoil. As you can see, it's got this little tab. So normally what happens when you thread the helicoil in, because I have had to do it before, not on this car, not on my VL, but years ago, I can't remember which car it was that I owned. And they come with a tool with a slot. Obviously you wind it in, and that little tab, that little straight bit in the middle there, actually snaps off. And that's how you insert the helicoil. But this is spruce, it's hard wood, sort of. What I think I might do is soak it in some thin CA, the wood, obviously not with the helicoil on it, to try and just harden it up a bit, because that's going to go in to the Carby, and I don't want bits of wood breaking off and ended up sitting inside there, of course. So I'm going to do that and give it a trial run and see where we end up. You never know. Could have tried using that. Yeah, nah. Alright, back to messing around. Ta-da, mate. Well, it works. Kind of. Doesn't quite feel right. And I don't want to snap that little tang off in the middle. So I think, with tomorrow being Saturday, hopefully some of the automotive parts stores that sell real tools are open tomorrow. Because I think I'm going to give up on that before I break it and do something bad. Because I kind of need this Carby to work. Oh well, it's a bit of fun in the sun. I think I'm going to leave it at that for today. It's about 6:30 on a Friday afternoon. December 26th. Boxing Day. Get your gloves on. G'day, mate. Alright. Ta-da, mate. Yep. That definitely did not work as advertised. Oh well. No harm in having a crack at it. I'll go and buy a proper tool tomorrow. Ta-da, mate. Well, there was no way I was going to be able to film doing that. So what I did is I cut a slot in there with a razor saw. And then I used a standard hacksaw blade, very gently, just to widen it out 0.5 millimeter or so. And look at that. One helicoil with a little slot to hopefully guide it in, because this little kit did not come with an insert tool, which I guess makes sense because there's so many different sizes, but doesn't help me in this scenario. Anyway, this dowel is from dowel. I made it into a dowel. This piece of 6.5 by 6.5 spruce is from an aeroplane I was building. The old Stardust that I never got around to finishing. Over there. amongst all the other projects and things that I work on. Anyway, there's the L. There's crap everywhere. That's probably too much information.